So fortunately, they haven't been in a lot of dogfights or games where they have to leave the starters in until the very end of the game or they're going into overtime, that sort of thing. They've been able to keep fresh legs, get 10, 11, 12 bodies in the ball game, so that should help. And a lot of times the game is easier than practice, so as long as the starters quality rest and then the game to rest your legs and get ready to go, they should be fine.
You look at the big one for UT Arlington, that's Rebecca Van Dyke, listed 6'5", a freshman out of Nazareth, Texas. She comes in averaging a double-double, 12.6 points per game, 10.7 rebounds per game. No doubt that Caitlin Pratt, Kiana Key, Shannon T. James, Lexus Williams, they're going to have their work cut out for her today.
They absolutely will, but I know Coach Foley will have a great game plan to slow her down. This Lady Mavericks club is not a great shooting team, only 28% from the three-point line, so I have a feeling they're going to be disruptive, double-teaming, and I think it's going to collapse and make life miserable for Van Dyke today. Also, because she's a true freshman, she has the second most turnovers on their team with 34. So she hasn't quite learned how to manage that double team and pass the basketball at the level she can score. So I expect UALR to try to attack that.
It's the first time the Trojans have seen UT Arlington this season. The series record is tied between the two schools at 2-2. UALR has won the last two meetings. They lost the two previous meetings. Once in November 19, 2004, UALR lost 76-59, and then in 2006 they lost 5-59 to 58. They won both meetings last year. UALR Southern Conference first on 4th of January, 64-57, and then right here on February 22nd, 69-62 Phoenix 2-2 against the Mavericks. We'll have the Upper Book pregame show and interview with the head coach, Joe Foley. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on Sports Channel 920. Welcome back to the Bumper Bumper pregame show here inside the Jack Stevens Center, UALR and UT Arlington today, joined now by Coach Joe Foley. Coach, a lot of lettermen back on campus today.
Yeah, they are. It's social football tonight. usually 6 days, 5 or 6 days, and you get a half a day sometimes. Maybe it's a lot different, but I'm not a big proponent of it. But thank goodness we've got some experience in our seniors, and especially at the guards, and they've adapted pretty good, and it's been pretty good for us.
What do you know about UT Arlington? They look to be on paper a pretty big basketball team.
Very big. That kid inside 6'4", long 6'4", blocking a lot of shots, so that always helps your defense when, the perimeter players can get beat off the dribble and you still can't make them pay for it. So, that concerns you when you have a hard time scoring. Anytime you play a team where you have a hard time scoring, especially in the paint, then that really makes things a little bit more difficult, and that's kept them in a lot of games. They've been in about every game. I know ASU was in overtime. The other night at Monroe was a very close game, so I know they're very capable of playing well and shutting you down, defensively with their defense. So it's always a concern when you play against that kind of size.
Alexis Dawn, the junior college transfer. I know you don't like to go to the junior college ranks much, but she's been a great surprise, I think, for this team.
I'd go a lot more if I knew I was going to get one like that every time. I like having kids for 4 years still. I wish I'd had Alexis for 4 years, there's no doubt. She's still learning a lot, especially defensively. I think that's where, a lot of kids, it takes them a while to learn. And freshmen coming out of high school, it takes them the whole year. She's caught on a little quicker, but she still has some deficiencies in that area. And we're going to get her worked out, maybe by the end of this year and next year. So that's what I'm talking about. You only get what you really want for a year. Where sometimes if you recruit freshmen, you get it for 3 years. You don't ever get it for 4, but at least you get it for 2.5 to 3 years. So, but again, she's been a huge plus offensively. She's really broken down the defenses a lot for us, handled the ball great for us. So it was a great find by Bobby, and it's been a great fit for us.
I feel like the girls are finally starting to get their legs back underneath them after they had that one long stretch, and then they had basically a week off, and then a couple of games here in a row. Do you feel like their legs are still there?
Well, I hope so. Again, we kind of took the approach again yesterday. We didn't do a whole lot, and I don't like that overall. And I hope we can get through tomorrow, and now we get back to playing 2 games a week, and hopefully get a little bit more fundamentals. To me, I like to see my teams get better as the year goes. And that's where it happens, is in practice and with fundamentals, and we've had to neglect that. So I hope it don't affect us on down the road.
The keys offensively and defensively today, what are they?
Well, we got to find a way to score around the big one. Until you've seen it and played against it, sometimes you don't know what you got to do. But hopefully we can hit some jump shots and get our offense going. And maybe if we drive, maybe she pulls off and we can dump it. I know we're not going to be able to shoot over. And then defensively, I think we got to keep her from getting easy putbacks. She's our leading scorer, and she gets, a lot of drop steps and just shoots over people, gets a lot of putbacks. So we got to keep her off the boards, and then we got to make sure that the perimeters don't get. If she's scoring, we got to make sure they don't get anything from the perimeter.
That's Van Dyke. She averages a double-double, but Shanity James, back-to-back games, double-doubles for you.
Been very good. It's good to see Shan. She was making a lot of counter moves in the post, using her quickness because she's not that big. So she's making a lot of counter moves and getting around people and scoring. And that's one reason we've been scoring a lot better offense, because we've been scoring from the perimeter pretty well this year, but the inside sometimes we lack a little bit, and you can see what happens if you get both of them going.
Coach, good luck in the game today.
All right, thanks.
That's head coach of your UALR Trojans, Joe Foley. Ron Jumper, Trey Shapp with you on the Bumper to Bumper pregame show. And, Ron, your keys to this basketball game, hopefully a Trojan victory.
Well, the first one's pretty obvious. The 6'5" freshman, Rebecca Van Dyke, averaging 12.6 points per game, 10.7 rebounds, and 1.9 blocks. She's far and away their best player and the only player in the Sun Belt Conference averaging a double-double. And she's coming on strong, too, just coming off a 20-point outing in her last ball game. So really starting to figure out the Sun Belt Conference. So that's going to be a tall task for UALR, and I expect them to collapse the defense, be aggressive, double-team her, swarm her, force her to pass out of a double team. Only a 28-point shooting team are the Lady Mavericks, and they also, Dyke has not yet learned how to be a great passer, from the sense of she has 34 turnovers thus far this season. So I expect them to harass her and force her to kick the basketball out. Second is patience on offense. This is the second best defense in the Sun Belt Conference. UT Arlington only So they are very good. They also block 4.8 shots a game. So you're not going to be able to get the easy layups you've been getting. You're going to have to execute. You're also going to have to remember to come to a good jump stop, use a shot fake, and maybe go to the free throw line instead of getting that easy uncontested layup we've been seeing them get recently. So patience on the offensive end. And lastly, and this one's real simple, just don't look ahead. You've got at Arkansas State coming up. And that's obviously a rivalry game. They're also the second best team in the Sun Belt this year behind the Trojans. So that's obviously a heavyweight battle. It's always easy to look ahead to that rivalry game and let a game slip away that you shouldn't. So that's the biggest thing, is just to take this game at face value and come out and not assume you're going to walk all over this club.
No question about that. You don't want to just think, okay, we can roll the ball out there and go through the motions. Doesn't always happen that way. And you talk about the 4.8 blocks that UT Arlington averages per game. That's 2 blocks below what UALR averages. They average 2.8 blocks per game. So we know that the Trojans don't block many shots, but UT Arlington does. And I think another thing that might be something to watch today is the fact that UT Arlington's probably not going to press UALR a lot.
Neither one of these teams want to get up and down and have a game in the 80s. UALR had a season-high game against Troy and got up to 82 points their last outing, but both of these teams are comfortable playing more in the 60s and 50s and having more of a half-court style basketball game.
We will be back with more of the Bumper to Bumper pregame show. We'll bring you the starting lineups for today's game, and then we'll be ready for the tip here inside the Jack Stevens Center. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
Gentlemen, please remove your hats, face the flag on the west end of the arena as we honor our nation and the people who protect it with the singing of our national anthem by Just in Time.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare in the air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. Just in time. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Jack Stevens Center for today's game between the UT Arlington Mavericks and your UALR Trojans. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, the visiting Mavericks. At guard, number 0, Sierra Johnson. At guard, number 13, LaShanda Green. At forward, number 22, Toma Zalasketa. At guard, number 24, Amara Wainwright.
Welcome back inside the Jack Stevens Center. Let's give you the starting lineups for today's game. First, for UT Arlington, the Mavericks out of Arlington, Texas, coached by Krista Gerlich. They are 9-8 on the season, 3-5 in Sun Belt Conference play. She will start at guard, a 5'9 freshman from Bedford, Texas, L.D. Bell High School. She will also, Sierra Johnson, She will also start at the point guard, LaShanda Green, a 5'7 junior transfer from McAlester, Oklahoma, Murray State College. At another guard, Amara Wainwright, 5'7 redshirt junior from Sacramento, California, transfer in from Eastern Arizona College. At center, a 6'5 freshman, Rebecca Van Dyke from Nazareth, Texas, Nazareth High School. And at forward, a 6'3 junior transfer from Palanga, Lithuania, Weatherford College, Toma Zalasketa. Easy for you to say, Ron Jumper. For the UALR Trojans, coached by Joe Foley, 15-2, 8-0 in Sun Belt Conference play. He will start at guard, a 5'4 junior college transfer from Amarillo, Texas, South Plains Junior College. Alexis Dawn, she's averaging 10.6 points per game, 2.2 rebounds per game. At guard, Taylor Galt, a senior, 5'8 senior from Conway, Arkansas, Conway High School. Taylor Galt's averaging 15.2 points per game and 2.9 rebounds per game. Also a guard, Kanisha Cobbins, a 5'10 senior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Dutchtown High School. She's averaging 4.9 points per game, 4.9 rebounds per game. At forward, Shannon T. James, a 5'11 junior from St. Louis, Missouri, Miller Career Academy, averaging 11.4 points per game, 7.2 points per game. She's had a double-double in her last 2 games. And at forward, Caitlin Pratt, a 6'1 sophomore from New Orleans, Louisiana, McDonough 35 College Prep. She is averaging 7.9 points per game and 4.9 rebounds per game. The Trojans are in their home white jerseys with maroon numerals and lettering trimmed in black. UT Arlington in their orange road jerseys with blue numerals and lettering and a blue stripe down the side of the shorts with their Maverick mascot on the short. Trojans will move from left to right on your radio dial. It looks like it's going to be Caitlin Pratt and Rebecca Van Dyke in the jump circle. We're ready to go. Basketball is in the circle. It is up, and the tip is controlled by UT Arlington. Arlington comes into the front court. Comes left side to Johnson. Johnson at the left elbow. Finds up top Zalaskata. Zalaskata quickly goes down low off the glass and good. Van Dyke. She's got her first 2 points of the game. She'll be at the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play. The foul is on Caitlin Pratt. That's her first team foul on the Trojans.
Well, great spacing by the Lady Mavericks. They went high-low with Zalaskata at the high post, and Van Dyke was able to get great inside position and won.
Free throw is up and good. It's 3-0. And UT Arlington's going to throw a little bit of pressure on the Trojans. They'll force Cobbins to bring the ball up the court. She's okay with it. She gets it into the front court, top of the key. Cobbins wanting someone to flash. She gets KP to flash. She's at the top of the key. Now to Shannon T. James. Back to Cobbins. UT Arlington in a 1-4 low right now, kind of match up man-to-man.
They're playing a triangle in 2. They've got men on Galt and Dawn, and then the other 3 are in a 1-2 zone.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Galt from the free throw line. Jumper no good. Rebound comes down to Caitlin Pratt. She has it, dribbles out of it, picks up her dribble, now gets it back to Galt. You're right. A triangle in 2 as they have a man on Galt and Dawn. Pratt up top to Shannon James. James wants to drive left. She's double teamed. Kicks it to Cobbins. Cobbins down the lane. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Van Dyke.
It'll probably take the Trojans a few possessions to figure that defense out. It is very unorthodox, but once they do, those 3-on-3 will start ripping across that 1-2.
To Zalakata to Johnson. Johnson on the right side now at the elbow. Up top it comes to Wainwright. Wainwright left side it goes to Green. Green up top now to Zalaskata. Down low. Shot no good. Rebound Alexis Dawn. She races down the floor. Nice pass. Caitlin Pratt got in the way. It was intended for Shannon T. James. James would have had an easy layup. Cobbins kicks it out to James now. James with the basketball. Dawn, right side it goes to Cobbins. Cobbins brings it to the top. Cobbins at the top of the key. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it to Alexis Dawn. Dawn, step back three-pointers off. No good. Rebound comes down to Zalaskata. She leaves it for Green. Green into the front court. She's at the Sunbelt logo. Right side it goes now to Wainwright. Wainwright goes inside to Zalaskata. She kicks it back out to Wainwright. Wainwright wants to drive. She's at the top of the key. Wants to get it to Johnson. Johnson goes around. Cut off by Shannon D. James, who strips the ball away, but she kept her dribble. 10 seconds on the shot clock for UTA. Arlington looking to get a shot off. Johnson still with the basketball. 3 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to have to throw it up from there, almost half court. She throws it up and misses everything.
Great possession by the Trojans defensively. The Lady Mavericks not getting in any kind of rhythm whatsoever.
No rhythm, you're exactly right, for UTA. 17-39, that's Trojan defense stifling right now for UTA. Trojans with the ball in the front court, 17-33. They trail by 3 as UT Arlington has a 3-0 lead. They get it to Shannon D. James. She goes inside, now dishes out to Pratt. Her jumper no good. Rebound comes down to Johnson.
Now that 12-foot jumper is going to be there all day. That's the little shot you want to see there take.
Johnson with the ball on the left side, wants to drive down the baseline, steps on the baseline. As Shanity James might have bumped her, but she stepped on the baseline. It'll be a turnover for UTA. That is their second on the afternoon. And it'll be Trojan basketball. Still, I'm surprised to see a little bit of pressure out of Arlington. Actually, it's the two girls picking up Galt and Dawn one-on-one.
Correct. As soon as they don't want those to cross half court with the basketball free.
Probably told them to pick them up when they got inside the arena today. Galt with the basketball on the left side, wants to drive left baseline, and there's a whistle and a foul. Sierra Johnson with a hand check. That's her first team foul.
Sierra Johnson.
We've got our first substitution of the game as coming in for Texas Arlington
Sean Williams, number 12,
will be
Sierra Johnson.
Artavia Ford. Or is it Sean Williams? It's hard to see her number. Anyway, Trojans get the ball inbound. It is Williams. Dawn with it now to Pratt. Pratt to James on the right side. Up top it goes to Cobbins. Cobbins finds Galt. Galt with the basketball. Back to Cobbins. 16 seconds on the shot clock. James at the high post wants to drive right. Now spins left in the lane. Puts up a shot. No good. Caitlin Pratt crashes the board. Comes down into the hands of Williams for UTA. Ahead to Green. Green into the front court. Kicks it outside left side to Wainwright. Wainwright at the left elbow now. Takes it around to the right side. Goes to Williams. Williams on the right elbow. Looking inside. Can't find anyone. They're going to call a foul on who? Another foul on Caitlin Pratt. That's her second team foul. And Kiana Keys is up and off the bench, and she's in for KP.
That's a tough break. That's exactly what you want to see KP do, is just battle Rebecca Van Dyke inside and give her nothing easy.
Pass comes into Van Dyke. She gets it away to Williams. Williams now with the basketball. Left side it comes to Wainwright. Wainwright goes inside to Zalaskata. She spins right in the lane. No good. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch they're going to say by the 6'5 freshman Van Dyke of Texas Arlington.
Now, one thing that UALR is having trouble on offense is there's not a third shooter on the floor to take advantage of that triangle. Cobbins, James, and Keys are all slashers.
Trojans with the basketball. Shanity James in the front court has it to Cobbins. Cobbins on the right block. Spins back out to James. James with the ball to Cobbins. At the top of the key, 13 seconds on the shot clock. Kiana Keys wants to drive right, spins left, dishes off to Cobbins. Back to Keys off the glass. Gets it to go, and the Trojans have gotten on the board.
And that's the way to gradually break down that 1-2 of the triangle until you get a wide-open 5-foot, 8-foot jump shot.
3-2, 15:40 to play. UTA by 1. Left side it comes to Wainwright. She looks inside to Zalaskata. Zalaskata takes it to the top to the free throw line. Leaves it there, and it's dished out to Wainwright. Her long three-pointer's off, no good. Rebound, Taylor Galt, block out, good. And she was fouled as Sean Williams came over her back. That's her second team foul. We've got a timeout on the floor. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
Media timeout, and it's time for the Car Dealer Shootout. Sponsored by Bale Chevrolet. Meet Terriel Burks. Terriel will shoot one free throw with a chance to make $200 from Bale Chevrolet. Terriel, fire it up there. And it is good! A $200 shot from Bale Chevrolet by Terriel Burks. Now get ready to catch a U.S. Pizza t-shirt. Everybody up. Lots of noise for your Trojans. Here come the t-shirts.
Welcome back inside the Jack Stevens Center. Trojans trailing UT Arlington by 1 right now with 15:27 to play in the first half. UTA 3, Trojans 2. Improve your financial life at Arkansas Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of UALR. Other games around the Sun Belt Conference today. ULL, they defeated Georgia State 63-56. App State leads Texas State by 2, 34-32 at the half. ASU trailing Troy 41-37 at the half, and Georgia Southern leads ULM by 2 at the half, 35-33. Trojans with the basketball into the front court. Alexis Dawn pull-up jumper at the free throw line is good, and the Trojans have a 1-point lead.
Well, and that's what everything's going to be for AD today. It's going to be a lot of off-the-dribble one-on-one. They're not going to give her clean looks in the flow of the offense.
Trojans shooting 28.6% from the free throw line, from the floor right now. UTA with the basketball. Right side they go to Wainwright. She finds up high Van Dyke, and then they try to hit Zalasketa underneath, and she is fouled by Shanity James. That's her first third-team foul, but all the fouls on the Trojans, Ron, so far are on the bigs down low.
Well, and they're all away from the basketball, battling for inside position with this big Lady Maverick club. That's what you have to do, though.
Mavericks trying to get the ball inbounds. They do. They get it to Wainwright. Back to now an offensive foul called on Van Dyke inside as she fouled Kiana Keys. Use the elbow to try and clear out. That's her first third-team foul. It'd be nice to get her in foul trouble.
Absolutely. The big shot blocker inside, averaging 2 blocks a game.
Cobbins across the timeline. Interesting stat on Cobbins. She averages 4.9 points per game, 4.9 rebounds per game, and 4.9 assists per game. Cobbins to James, back out top to Dawn. Dawn on the left side thought about a 3, still thinking about it, now gives it for James. James with the basketball, works inside, up to Galt. Galt lost the ball momentarily. Now she has it. She's double-teamed. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Tries a pass to James. It goes out of bounds. 4 seconds on the shot clock.
4 seconds, shot clock.
And this is where you can see UALR just out of sorts. Taylor Galt not really getting her normal motion coming off screens with this triangle and 2.
Inbound pass comes into Dawn. She has it. 2 seconds. Takes a three-pointer. It's on its way. Off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound Van Dyke for UT Arlington. She gets it ahead to Green. LaShonda Green into the front court. Back to Van Dyke. Left side it goes to Williams. Williams at the elbow. Works to the top. Wants to go a little high-low with Van Dyke off the glass and good.
Kiana Keys was in okay position, but the ball was thrown up high enough where only Van Dyke could get to it, and she lays it in.
Cobbins with the basketball now into the front court for the Trojans. They trail by 1 as UTA has taken a 5-4 lead. James is going to drive right down the lane. No one cuts her off. Couldn't get the shot to go. Lost the ball. The rebound comes down to Van Dyke, and she has it ahead to Green. Green quickly into the front court. Almost lost the ball. Now driving baseline is Williams. Taylor Galt thought she had help. There was no one back, and she got an easy layup. Cobbins at the top of the key. UTA up 7-4. Their largest lead is 3 at 3-0. Kiana Keys with it on the left side. Up top it comes Cobbins. Cobbins free throw line. Nice pass to Galt to Shanity James on the block. She got it to go. Another foul on Van Dyke underneath. James will be at the line trying to complete the three-point play. That's 2 on Van Dyke, the 4th team foul on UT Arlington.
Absolutely. You love the three-point play opportunity, but it's huge getting Van Dyke in early foul trouble. 13 minutes still left in the first half, and she goes to the bench.
I would assume that she might sit for quite some time. Not sure if she'll sit for the whole rest of the first half, but if I were Krista Gerlich, I would sit her for the rest of the first half. Shanity James's free throw no good. Trojans trail by 1, 7-6 with 13:08 to play in the first half. Johnson with the basketball on the right side, looking inside to, well, I don't have the player that's in there right now that they're looking into. Teo driving with the basketball, knocked away. Up top on the right side now to Johnson. Johnson with it, goes inside. Teo off the glass, got it to go.
Allison Teo.
Well, Teo comes in at 6'2", battling in the inside position. They've got a lot of size. This Lady Mavericks club has just post player after post player coming off the bench.
Allison Teo hadn't played a whole lot. She's already above her average, I believe, on the season. Cobbins with the basketball into the front court. She gives it to James at the high post on the right side. Backdoor to Cobbins. Cobbins off the glass, got it to go.
Cobbins did a great job of sneaking on the backside, wide open on the backside of that zone, gets a wide open left-handed layup.
Allison Teo, a sophomore out of Fort Worth, Texas, averaging 0.8 points per game. She's ahead of her average with 2 already. Ball stolen away. Alexis Dawn with it. Dawn into the front court, drives down the lane. Nice wraparound pass to Kiana Keys. But they're going to say that the shot was blocked, not a foul, just out of bounds. It'll be Trojan basketball with 12 minutes and a second to play here in the opening half.
Just a beautiful pass by Alexis Dawn. It's such a nice pass for the wraparound, leaving it for Keys to go up.
Thought the defender might have put a hand on the back of Kiana Keys as she was on her way up. Officials didn't see it that way. They get it into Alexis Dawn. She's got it in the left corner. She brings it around to the top to Cobbins. Cobbins now with the basketball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Finds Shanity James. James to Keys on the high post at the right side. She wants to drive, jump stop in the lane, throws it up, no good. Goes out of bounds. It'll be UALR basketball when you come back. Trojans trailing 9-8 with 11:47 to play. You're listening to Trojan basketball on the Sports Animal 920. Welcome back inside the Jack Stevens Center. 11:47 to play in the first half. UT Arlington with a 9-8 lead. It'll be Trojan basketball. They'll have 12 seconds on the shot clock as Kiana Keys' shot was blocked out of bounds. Trojan basketball sponsored by Pepsi. It's the choice of the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. Cobbins, Keys, Dawn, Clark, and Galt for the Trojans. Into Dawn. Dawn pull up 14-footer. No good. Missed everything.
Well, that's
a little
not
too
a
short of a shot for her.
Yeah, that's not a shot she normally takes. A contested jump shot off the dribble where she has to hang in the air and force it up.
Green right side, driving is Williams. Williams' jump shot no good. Rebound, Kiera Clark. Clark gets the rebound, brings the ball down the court, ahead to Cobbins. Cobbins with the basketball on the right side, back up top Clark. Free throw line, pump fake, drives down the lane, puts up a shot, no good. Keys with the rebound, put it back up. She was fouled. She was fouled by Allison Teo. That's her first, fifth team foul. And the 6'2 sophomore picked up her first. Kiana Keys at the free throw line with 2 shots, a 48% free throw shooter.
Mark this moment in time. Their offense will get more effective now that the third shooter, Kiera Clark, is on the floor. It'll break that defense down.
Exactly right, Ron. Kiana Keys got the first shot to go, and we're tied at 9. Second free throw by Kiana is up, and it's good. Kiana Keys with 2 free throws. Trojan lead is now 1. 10-9 with 11:16 to play in the first half. Into the front court, Williams with the basketball, skips it right side to Johnson. Johnson down to Teo. Teo inside, missed everything. Rebound comes down, and it's Teo knocks it off of Kiera Clark's leg out of bounds. 13 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, Teo's come in and essentially done the same thing as Van Dyke off the bench. She's kept the same intensity level inside.
UTA wanted him to reset the shot clock, but Teo missed everything. Ball didn't hit the rim, so the shot clock doesn't reset. Inbounds pass comes into Johnson. She's guarded by Dawn. Johnson left side, it comes to Williams. Williams at the left elbow. 8 seconds on the shot clock now. Wants to drive, does. Pull up at the free throw line. Jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Kiana Keys with the rebound. Gets it to Cobbins. Cobbins clears it out. Cobbins brings it to the top of the key now to Clark on the right side at the high post. Clark now takes it to the top of the key. Left side it goes Kiana Keys. Keys up top to Cobbins. Cobbins with the basketball, finds Clark on the left side. Pump fake, dribble, comes back now to the top, leaves it for Galt. Galt with 8 seconds, takes a long three-pointer off the back of the rim, no good. Kiana Keys with a rebound, puts it back up and in.
Kiana Keys crashing the weak side glass, great inside position, goes up strong, comes down with the putback.
Trojans up by 3, their largest lead of the game at 12-9 with 10:14 to play in the first half. Driving down the lane, Williams, bounce past Teo. She couldn't handle it, stolen away by Clark. It's a UTA turnover. Clark into the front court. Cobbins with the basketball. Brings it out and around. She's going to put a shot up. Left-hander's shot is no good. Rebound comes down to Teo. Maybe a little quick on the shot by Cobbins. Johnson with it on the right side. Comes to Teo. Left side it comes Williams. Williams with the basketball wants to go around a screen. She has it at the top of the key now. Leaves it there for Green. Green on the left elbow. Wants to go inside to Teo. Can't find her. Green's going to dribble around to the right side. Kick it out. Williams long three-pointer off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound comes down to Holly. Holly back up top now to Green. Her three-pointer is good. We're tied at 12. And Joe Foley wants a timeout. He is not happy. It'll be a 30-second timeout. It'll give us a chance to tell you that the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, delivered right to your door 7 days a week, sports section of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, Arkansas's largest newspaper.
Well, that's what you hate to see. You hate to see offensive rebounds, second chance points, and that's exactly what happened there. The missed shot, long rebound, they kick it out for three and knock it down. But offensively, though, I think they started to find a rhythm. We saw Cobbins rush it a little bit on that last possession, but I think they finally started to figure out some ways to find some kinks in the armor in this triangle. And at times, these last few possessions, Lady Mavericks have essentially just been playing man-to-man defense.
Trojans 5 of 16 from the floor. That's 31.3%. UT Arlington 5 of 11, 45.5%. So they are well above the average that Trojans like to hold their opponents to. Trojans with the basketball. Clark has it into the front court to Dawn. Alexis Dawn thought about a three quickly, now brings it back. Dribbles. Needs to get around Johnson. Can't shake her. Gets it to Cobbins on the right elbow. Up top, Clark. Clark left side to James, who's into the game for Galt. Shanity James with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Drives to her left in the lane. Dishes to Clark. Clark's jumper with 1 second. No good. Rebound comes down to UTA.
It's a wide open look. Clark's got to knock that one down.
Right side, it goes to Wainwright. Up top, Johnson. Johnson back to Wainwright. To Johnson. Johnson finds Zalaskata. Now they're going to call an offensive foul inside on Teo. That's her second. And the 6th team foul on UT Arlington.
I thought they were going to call a loose ball foul on Kira Clark.
I thought they were too for a second. Ron, you're exactly right. UTA is going to come with some more height. The 6'3 freshman from Grapevine, Texas, Artavia Ford, into the game.
They just keep coming with post players. They've got Artavia Ford at 6'3. Teo came in at 6'2. They've just got a lot of size coming in off that bench.
Cobbins into the front court to Clark. Back to Cobbins. Cobbins down to Clark at the top of the key. Clark bounced past to Shanity James. She couldn't handle it. She got the ball back, though. Free throw line. Bounce past Clark in the lane. Clark back to James. James going to leave it for Alexis Dawn. Dawn using the screen, and James three-pointer's good! Alexis Dawn using the screen from Shannon. She drains a three-pointer, and the Trojans are up 15-12.
Absolutely. That's the cleanest look she's had all day, and she drilled it.
UTA with the basketball now. Right side it goes to Johnson. Up top, Van Dyke. That's Zalaskata. Zalaskata leaves it for Wainwright. She drives down the lane, throws up a shot, no good. Rebound put back by Ford, no good. Ball tipped and kept alive by Kiana Keys to Cobbins. Cobbins to Dawn. Dawn on the left side. She'll bring it back out, set the offense. Cobbins to James on the right side. James finds Clark. Kiera with the basketball now. 17 seconds on the shot clock to Cobbins at the top. It goes to Kiana Keys on the left side. Now right side at the corner. Around to Keys on the left side. Her 10-foot jumper no good. Clark with a rebound. Tries to go back up. She was fouled underneath by LaShonda Green. Her first 17th foul. We've got a timeout on the floor. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
17th foul. Shots will follow. Immediate timeout and bowling for David's Burgers. Meet Brooklyn Strassner, who's going to go to the line with the ball, a basketball, not a bowling ball, for a David Burger coupon. All pins have to fall, Brooklyn. Get set now and get a good aim, roll that ball, and knock all those pins down, Brooklyn. Here we go, and got a chance, yeah! Congratulations, nice bowl, Brooklyn Strassner. A David Burgers coupon.
Welcome back inside the Jack Stevens Center. Trojans with a 3-point lead, 15-12, 7:21 to play in the first half. Ron, this slower start, I guess you could say, for the Trojans today. An uncharacteristic start.
It's been an uncharacteristic start, but you have to give the Lady Mavericks a lot of credit. This is how they want to play. Their average score is they score 61 points a game. They allow 53. So we're inching towards that pace that they like to play at.
Kiera Clark will be at the free throw line. She's a 77% free throw shooter. She has 2 shots coming. First one is up, and it is good. Trojan basketball brought to you by Baptist Health Orthopedic Center. Choose a physician who chooses Baptist Health. Sponsored by Baptist Health Orthopedic Center, your orthopedic center of excellence. Second free throw by Kiera Clark. Looks like Taylor Galt will check in for her if she makes it. Is up, and it is no good off the back of the rim. They're going to call a lane violation, though, on Artavia Ford. Caitlin Pratt back into the game. She's got 2 fouls. She replaced Kiana Keys during the timeout.
Which Kiana Keys gave some great minutes inside, battling these Lady Maverick bigs.
Kiera Clark got another chance. She knocked that free throw down, and so Clark perfect at the free throw line, 2 of 2.
Well, on the offense changed when she came in the ballgame. They were down 9-8, and now lead 17-12 as she goes back to the bench.
You got Cobbins, Galtz flashes for a steal. Pratt, James steals it. James going to take it coast to coast off the glass, lays it up and in.
Pretty play by Shanity James, coast to coast, hanging in the air, absorbing the contact and kissing it off the glass with the left hand.
Alexis Dawn also into the game for the Trojans. They come left side, does UTA to Green. Green on the left elbow. Wanted to drive on Cobbins. She thought against it. She takes it to the right side, gets it to Wainwright. Wainwright looking inside for Zalaskata. Can't find her. She's going to have to take it to the top of the key. Gets it to Johnson on the left side. Johnson with the basketball looking inside. Can't find her. Goes now to Ford. Ford drives down. Dishes a charge on Ford. And that's a foul on her. Her first 8th team foul as she charged over Shanity James.
Well, Shanity James can just do it all. Great offensive player, great rebounder, shot blocker, but also willing to give her body up and take the charge.
That's 8 fouls on UT Arlington. Kiana Keys back up off the bench. She just had to come out for a second and let Mike Neal work on her knee, and then she's going to come back in and replace Caitlin Pratt. Don't need KP to pick up any more fouls. Cobbins will bring the ball across the timeline for the Trojans. She gets it into the front court. Cobbins with the basketball up high. Still with her dribble, 19 seconds on the shot clock. James has it now. James wants to drive down the lane. She does. Kicks it out to Galt. Galt from the right elbow. Pump fake now up top. Cobbins. Cobbins with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Wants to find Alexis Dawn. She's going to drive. Dives. Passes to Keys. Keys in the lane. Jumper's up. No good. Rebound. Kept alive. They're going to say it's touched last by the Trojans as it went out of bounds.
Well, that's what gets into a little helter-skelter. No real rhythm. Got down on the shot clock. Keys just forced to drive in and try to make a play. And unfortunately, unable to do so on that possession.
19-12, 6 minutes and 4 seconds to play here in the first half. UTA brings it across the timeline. Green comes left side to Johnson. Johnson up top, it goes to Pope. To Leah Pope into the game for the first time. Goes inside to Zalaskata. Zalaskata back up top to Green. Green on the right side to Williams. Williams drives and then lost her dribble, fell to the floor. Ball's turned over. KP back into the game. She got it ahead to Cobbins. Cobbins going to take it to the right elbow. Now she brings it around to the left to James. James out high, leaves it for KP. Pratt, left side it goes Cobbins. Cobbins drives down the lane, dishes out to Alexis Dawn at the top of the key. Had the ball stripped away. Now she dribbles it. Dawn with it. Bounce pass to Pratt. Pratt left side Cobbins. They find James on the left block. She spins right. Now left, goes up with a shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Zalaskata.
That's a good offensive possession, though. Shanity James, you're not going to be able to double team. She'll be able to work one-on-one in the block all night.
Johnson, left side it comes to Williams. Williams in the left elbow to Green. Green wants to drive. Now she spins back to her left. Gets it to Williams. Williams wants to drive right down the lane. Throws up a shot, no good, but she was fouled, and I believe it might be on Alexis Dawn, and it is. That's her fourth team foul on the Trojans. They're going to give her 2 shots at the free throw line. Sean Williams, the 5'8 senior from Lufkin, Texas, a 69% free throw shooter. She played her high school basketball there in Lufkin at Lufkin High School. First free throw is up, and it is good.
Well, UTA got out to, they had 9 points very early, I believe, with 11.5 minutes to go. Only 4 points over the last, 7.5 minutes?
Second free throw is up, and it is also good. So they cut the Trojan lead down to 5.
Pick up in a 2-2-1 full court press.
Into KP. They quickly break it to Galt. Galt's going to take it on the right side. She hadn't scored yet in the game. She's going to take it in. Tries to put up a shot. Referee threw his arm up, but he didn't blow the whistle. She wanted a foul. UTA saves a long pass on the baseline. They got it to Johnson. Johnson drives down the lane, gets it to go.
Johnson with the acrobatic drive. And it looked like Galt may have got fouled down on the other end, but still a great play by Johnson for the Lady Mavericks.
Trojans with the basketball into the front court. KP. Left side Cobbins. 19-16, 4:18 to play. They find James on the right block. She goes up, puts it up and in. Shanity James with 2 from the right block. Shanity James has 6 in the game to lead all scorers. UTA with the basketball. Pope to the high post, leaves it for Williams. She comes left, cut off, back to Pope, top of the key, thought about a 3. Pope drives, dishes to Zalasketa. She got the easy layup to go.
Zalasketa, great catch in traffic, 2 feet, goes up, kisses it off the glass and good.
3:40 to play in the game, in the first half, 21-18, UALR with the lead. Shanity James goes to KP. KP at the top of the key, finds Cobbins. Cobbins on the right side to Alexis Dawn at the free throw line. Dawn's pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Shanity James puts it back up and in.
A great play by Alexis Dawn. Break the defense down. No one boxed out Shanity James off the missed jumper. She's able to get an easy putback for 2.
Left side, Pope with the basketball. And she clears out. Shanity James fell to the floor. No call. Ball lost. Last touch, they're going to say Taylor Galt knocked it out of bounds. We've got a timeout on the floor. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
All right, gang, look up at the video screens. Guys and girls, let's see lots of love for Jason's Deli. There you go, guy. You got to. Yeah, well, okay. That's a start. Moving right along. Yeah, there's a likely-looking couple. All you got to do is nails first. Get your nails. There we go. Now we got time for a big kiss. Atta boy, yeah. All right, you two. Your turn. Yeah, nice. There's a likely couple as well. Yes, man. Yeah, oh, right on the forehead, yeah. All right, when she finishes looking at her program, you can kiss her, guys. Get her. There we go. Yeah, now she. Oh, that's a good one to end on. The Jason's Deli Kiss Can.
Welcome back inside the Jack Stevens Center. 3:13 to play in the first half. Trojans with a 23-18 lead. And Ron, surprisingly, Taylor Galt without a point so far in the game.
Well, she's really struggled to figure out how to attack this triangle and 2 defense. Spent a lot of time just kind of standing and watching away from the basketball and really hasn't been able to get in the flow of the offense.
UT Arlington still shooting pretty hot from the floor, 46.7. Pope leaves it for Johnson. She drives around the lane, can't get it to go. Rebound, Shanity James. James clears it, gets it to Cobbins. Cobbins into the front court. Trojan shooting 34.6% from the floor. To Pratt. Pratt finds Clark. Clark on the left side. Bounce pass to James. James wants to go left baseline. Does on Pope. Can't get it to go, but she'll be at the line with 2 shots. That is Talia Pope's first. 9th team foul on Texas Arlington. Talia Pope, a 5'11 senior from Wichita, Kansas.
Well, I think the Trojans are figuring out how to attack this defense because if you're going to play face-up, that means you can't double the post, and Shanity James is too quick for the interior defenders of the Lady Mavericks.
Shanity James with a free throw. She's shooting 58%. She's got 9 points right now to go with 2 rebounds, 3 assists in the game for Shan. See if she can get number 10, and she does. Shanity James just 8 rebounds away, or you could say 7 assists away from another double-double. UT Arlington calls timeout. It's one of those use it or lose it timeouts. Their first called timeout of the game. 2:49 to play. Trojans up 25-18.
Well, this is an important stretch if you're the Lady Mavericks because you've really come out and held your own with the far and away best team in the Sun Belt for the majority of this half. But this is an opportunity where you can see UALR's defense settling in. They're starting to figure out this unique defense. It's where if UALR runs away here this last couple of minutes of the half and blows it out to 10, 12, 13 points, this is a stretch where it's the danger zone for the Lady Mavericks to hang around this basketball game.
On the court for UALR, Kiana Keys, Shanity James, Kiara Clark, Kanisha Cobbins, and Taylor Galt. On the court for Texas Arlington, Pope, Williams, Teo, and Holly, along with Green. Green has the basketball across the timeline, goes to Holly. Holly back to Green, ball almost knocked away. Green has it now, and they're going to call a foul on Sean Williams. That's her second, 10th team foul. That was away from the basketball. She set an illegal screen on Kiara Clark.
Well, Kiara Clark did a good job getting her nose in there and forcing the contact, and Sean Hill forced her away by shoving her off and got called for it.
Clark goes inside, used the goal as a defender, went on the right side underneath, reverse layup, no good, but she was fouled. She'll be at the line with 2 shots. The foul is going to go on Morgan Holly. That's her first. At the free throw line, Kiara Clark, a 77% free throw shooter. She's an all-Sun Belt preseason second-team selection. First free throw's up and good.
It's only the 3rd point for Kiara Clark in the first half, but she's had a great first half and really helped this ULR offense get going.
Second free throw is up, and it's good. UT Arlington now trailing by 9 as the Trojans lead at 27-18. Top of the key with the basketball, right side, ball knocked away by Taylor Galt, and they'll say it stays with UTA. Galt jumped in the passing lane to Williams, knocked the ball away.
She thought she might have knocked it off the leg of UT Arlington, but did not get the call.
Green with the basketball now. UT Arlington with 15 on the shot clock. Green takes it to the right side. 2 minutes and 10 to play in the first half. Green still with the basketball. Gims left side to Williams. Williams tried a high-low. Pass was well over Holly into the hands of James, who got it to Cobbins. Cobbins into the front court. Top of the key. Right side it goes to James. James back to Cobbins. Looks like they're setting Taylor Galt up for something. Can't find her, though. To Clark. Clark with the basketball. Dribbles between her legs. Bounce past Cobbins. Cobbins, nice bounce pass to James off the right side. Can't get it to go. Put back up and in. She got her own rebound. She's got 12 with the made basket.
She ended up with the bucket anyway, but Kanisha Cobbins going, where's my assist? You're killing me.
Right side with the basketball. Pope. Talia comes up top to Holly. And a foul away from the ball. Allison Teo just shoved Shanity James down, and now she got a tech.
Yeah, she cleared out. That could be something they review and potentially could be a flagrant. That was a blatant disregard and just swung the elbow and cleared out Shanity James.
And also she got a technical foul on the play as well. So she not only picked up her 3rd, but then she picked up the 4th with the technical foul. And Teo is a player that doesn't average a lot of time.
Well, this is exactly how UALR wanted to close out this half. It has been a close ball game. UALR up 11 and looking to stretch the lead further.
Taylor Galt at the free throw line. First one's up and good. That's her first point of the game. Teo's going to come out, and Zalaskata's going to come back in.
Well, and we talk about this all the time. Taylor Galt, a streaky shooter. Just good to see that ball go through the net.
Teo averaging 4.3 minutes per game.
Now the technical.
I wonder if this Lady Maverick coaching staff is regretting not bringing Rebecca Van Dyken back into the basketball game maybe 4 to 5 minutes to go in the first half and not let this get out of hand.
Well, they could, but you don't want her to pick up her 3rd foul here in the first half as well. Second free throw is good by Galt. She's got 2. Trojans lead at 31-18. Clark with the basketball, top of the key now. Picks up her dribble, finds Galt on the left side. Galt wants to drive, now in the left corner. Needs to get it to James and does. James drives down the lane, puts a shot up, and it goes! Shanity James with 14 here in the first half.
Shanity James able to turn and face, square up, and go up with a nice kiss with the left hand off the glass.
Minute to play in the game. UT Arlington with the basketball. Green, in the first half. Pope with it now on the right side. Pope comes to the top of the key. Left side it comes to Wainwright. Wainwright to Zalascada. Back to Wainwright on the left elbow. They go inside. Now they kick it out. Long 3 by Pope is up and no good. Rebound comes down. Kanisha Cobbins steals it away from her. Cobbins drives down. Now she has to bring it back out. Gets it to Galt on the right side. Galt finds Clark in the lane. 6-footer rims in and out. No good. Keys with the rebound. She was fouled on the way back up. She'll be at the line with 2 shots. Another UT Arlington foul. And this one is going to go on Morgan Holly. That's her second.
UALR is blowing this open to end this last little stretch here of the first half. Already up 15, potentially could take it to 17 with these 2 free throws.
And the official just told Krista Gerlich that he's heard enough. First free throw's up and good by Kiana Keys. If she keeps jawing over there, she might get stuck with a technical here pretty soon. And they just warned her. They just told every official that she's had her warning, and now she's turned and talking to someone else. Second free throw is up. Kiana Keys knocks that one down too, and it's now 35-18.
Kiana Keys has been aggressive on the glass today. Great play.
27 seconds to play in the half. UT Arlington with the basketball. That's Green with it on the left side at the elbow. Green now with it, wants to come up top. She can't find a teammate to pass it to. She's going to have to drive in the left short corner. Gets it inside, they do, to Holly. Holly up off the glass and good. Holly with a basket, 7 seconds. Galt with it. Cobbins down across the timeline. 3, 2, 1. Cobbins three-pointer at the buzzer's good! Kanisha Cobbins! That is her first made three-pointer of the season, and she knocks it down at the buzzer, and the Trojans are going to take a 18-point lead into the locker room at halftime, 38-20.
Well, the clock was winding down. You know she has to try to get a shot up. UT Arlington made no effort whatsoever to get a hand up. She took her time and knocked it down.
Trojans lead it 38-20. We'll take a break, come back with the AC Delco halftime show. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
Trojan fans, this afternoon for your entertainment, we have representatives of teams of tomorrow. These are the Little Tot kids. These superstars attend various preschools in Central Arkansas and the greater Little Rock area. TOT, teams for tomorrow, or of tomorrow, under the direction of Carrie Jones and Tori Miller. And they're still coming.
Welcome back inside the Jack Stevens Center. Ron Jumper, Trey Shapp with you on the AC Delco halftime show. Trojans lead it 38-20, and Ron, it was a slow start for the Trojans, but here they have 38 points here at the half. But like you said, I think that triangle and two defense that UT Arlington displayed there in the first half gave the Trojans all kinds of fits, and the Trojans finally got them out of it.
Well, they were having trouble figuring out how to attack it. They started off, Alexis Dawn and Taylor Gold both just kind of worked their ways to the corners, and basically UALR played 3-on-3 with the remaining players, and they were really not getting in a rhythm that way. When it changed was when UALR went a little bit smaller. They put Kiera Clark at power forward and brought a third shooter onto the floor and had Kiana Keys essentially the only true post player inside and went to a little bit different lineup. And that was when they started to figure out how to break that defense down.
You look at the scoring, and one thing that sticks out in the box score is the Trojans 12 of 13 from the free throw line. UT Arlington, they're perfect at the free throw line, but they've only shot 3 free throws. They're 3 of 3, and the Trojans have made 12. And so that's a big-time advantage when you make 9 more free throws than even your opponent attempts.
Well, for UT Arlington, it's been either, they at one point were shooting a pretty good percentage, but they've got 13 turnovers to only 19 field goal attempts. So they either get a good look or they turn the ball over. There's kind of no in-between. But absolutely, they're not doing a great job of getting to the free throw line, only 3, whereas UALR has lived in the paint thus far, and that's really what's allowed them to gradually break that defense down, is attacking the rim. And most of those free throws came after Rebecca Van Dyke picked up her second foul.
Trojans shooting 38.7% from the floor, 40% from behind the three-point line, 92.3% from the free throw line. Trojans with 18 points in the paint, 15 points off of the 13 turnovers. The Trojans have yet to turn the ball over. There was another game earlier I told you a team hadn't turned over in the first half. They turned over in the second half, but that's a surprising stat right there for me, is the Trojans without a turnover so far.
Well, you would think so, because as much as they bumbled through the first 10 minutes of the half trying to figure it out, you would have think they had a turnover somewhere in there. So, we don't want to mislead that too much and say they had a really crisp, clean offensive first half, because that wouldn't quite be the case either. But this UT Arlington's approach has been to sit back, not be the aggressor, not put a lot of on-ball pressure, and just sit back and not give up anything easy and do the best to contend and not give up anything easy in the paint.
And you look at UALR, 6 assists, 3 steals in the game. UT Arlington with 6 assists. No blocks and no steals. They come into the game averaging 4.8 blocks per game, 9.9 steals per game, 0 so far for UT Arlington through 20 minutes.
Well, that's huge, when you talk about this team that's, this is the second best. UT Arlington is the second best scoring defense in the Sun Belt, so this is a very good defensive team. So for UALR to put up 38 is, they're almost to the average. UT Arlington only allows 53 points a game. So even though it's not the crispest half for the Trojans, still the final result, 38 points, is a great first half.
12 second chance points for the Trojans, 2 fast break points, 12 points off the bench for UALR to 8 for Texas Arlington. We'll take a timeout, look inside the box score, give you scoring by scoring averages of the players. When we come back, you're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
Just sit right down, crisscross applesauce, and dribble with your right hand. Up and down, keep it going strong. You did good, you really look grand.
Roll the ball in front of you. Roll it around you. Change directions. Let's do the basketball swing. Move that ball from side to side. March and move the ball from knee to knee. Up and down as you move in a circle. Ball on the floor. Sit on it. Play that piano.
Both feet on your dot.
Welcome back to the Jack Stevens Center. Ron, if you're Krista Gerlich and in the UT Arlington locker room at the half, what are you telling your ladies?
Well, I've already tried to give her a little advice. She's not listening to me. It was 23-18 with 3 minutes to go in the half, and I tried to tell her to put Rebecca Van Dyke back in the basketball game because ULR was on the verge of blowing it open. And 15-2 run later, it's now 38-20. So I've already tried to give her a little advice. She doesn't seem to want to listen to me, but absolutely, you just got to take it one possession at a time. Go inside to Rebecca Van Dyke, your best player, far and away, and just chew. You just have to take it one possession at a time because this is not a team that's really going to be rattled by full court pressure if you try to pick the game up. You just have to break it up into small pieces and gradually chip away so that around the 5-6 minute mark you're within striking distance. That's really all you can do, and it starts by going inside to your star player, Rebecca Van Dyke.
Some scores from around the Sun Belt Conference. ULL, Louisiana Lafayette, defeated Georgia State 63-56 today with 45 seconds left to play in the game. Texas State leads Appalachian State 65-58. Georgia Southern leading ULM 53-49 with 7 minutes and 51 seconds to play. And Arkansas State leading Troy, or actually defeats Troy 82-76 in Troy, Alabama. That is a final. ASU 82, Troy 76. So Troy with back-to-back losses in Sun Belt Conference play. They came into the game on Thursday as the second hottest team in the league, right behind UALR. And now if UALR can hold on and get this victory here this afternoon, it'll set up that monster matchup between them and Arkansas State. UALR will go into the game undefeated. Arkansas State with 2 losses in conference play.
Well, that's the heavyweight battle, and we talked about it. We talked about it a month ago, looking ahead to the schedule. UALR coaching staff, they're going to take it one game at a time, but fortunately, we don't have to. We were looking at it a month ago, and it looked like UALR was on a collision course for that game against Arkansas State, and sure enough, here we are.
The AC Delco halftime show. Ron Jumper, Trey Schapp. Let's look inside the box score. First for UT Arlington, they were led by Rebecca Van Dyke with 5 points, but she had 2 fouls. She picked them up with about 13 minutes to go in the half, and she sat on the bench for the rest of that half. 4 points for Sean Williams, 2 points for Allison Teo, 2 points for Morgan Holly, 2 points for Sierra Johnson, 2 points for Toma Zalaskata, 3 points for LaShonda Green, 0 points for Amara Rainwhite, who started, and Talia Pope played, did not score, and Artavia Ford played and did not score. For the UALR Trojans, they were led by Shannon T. James with 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal in 18 minutes. And Kiana Keys had 8 points, 4 rebounds. Kanisha Cobbins with 5 points. Alexis Dawn with 5 points. Taylor Galt with 2. Kiera Clark with 4. Caitlin Pratt played and did not score, but she picked up 2 early fouls and pretty much set the rest of the half. Joe Foley used her sparingly to give Kiana Keys a break when she needed a break. But other than that, it was pretty much Caitlin Pratt on the bench for most of the first half.
Well, and Kiana Keys came in and played very good basketball. When you look at this, Shannon James and Kiana Keys, now they did play really well in the first half, but a lot of that is that's what happens when you play that triangle and 2 and you have your guards face guarding Taylor Galt and Alexis Dawn. There's no help. So whenever Shannon James got the ball, she was able to turn, face up, and do whatever she wanted, because when you play a triangle 2, there literally are no bodies left to play help side. Everything's one-on-one with your post players on the inside. And with a player as athletic as Shannon James and Kiana Keys, that's just going to be a field day for the Trojans.
We'll be back with more. Get ready for the second half. This is the AC Delco halftime show. Trojans lead it 38-20 over Texas Arlington. Back with more. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
I'm at your Hot Springs Convention and Visitors Bureau Trojan Scholarship Society. Now your first half highlights brought to you by Arvest Bank. And while the highlights are playing, let's bring them back out. Here come your UALR Trojans. Those are your first half highlights presented by Arvest Bank. Stand by for the second half of Trojan women's basketball.
Welcome back inside the Jack Stevens Center. Getting ready for the second half. Trojans up 38-20. Ron, I thought it was kind of ironic there. Like we said at the end of the half, Kenesha Cobbins with draining that three-pointer. It's almost like she didn't realize that the shot clock was winding down, and then she looked up. Well, it wasn't the shot clock. The game clock was winding down, and then she looked up and said, oh, no, I got to shoot it. She does, and it's the first three-pointer that she's made all season.
Well, and you know what fascinated me was as it got down to 3-2, you would think, you know she has to get a shot up. UT Arlington just stood and watched her do it, let her take her time, get her feet set. It took her all of the last 6 seconds to get her feet set and shoot it, and they just watched her shoot it. If it's a buzzer beater situation like that, you don't give your grandmother an open shot. So, it was just a poor effort on UT Arlington's fault on their part, and Kenesha Cobbins took her time. Nice left-handed hand in the cookie jar, knocked it down.
That has been the AC Delco halftime show. We're ready for the second half. UT Arlington will put Rebecca Van Dyke back out on the floor, the 6'5 freshman, with 5 points for UT Arlington. 2 fouls, though. UT Arlington actually going to start their same starting 5, and the Trojans are going to start their same starting 5 as well. Trojan starting 5 was Kenesha Cobbins, Taylor Galt, Shanity James, Alexis Dawn, and Caitlin Pratt. As soon as the clock is reset to 20 minutes, we'll be ready to go. The ball is put in play, and the Trojans will have basketball possession moving right to left on your radio dial.
And now they're just in straight man-to-man defense. The triangle and 2 looks to be gone.
Cobbins with the basketball, right side Alexis Dawn. Dawn bounce pass to James on the right block, comes in the lane. Ball knocked away by Zalaskata, and UT Arlington has it into the front court. Johnson to Wainwright, back to Johnson. Down inside they go. Zalaskata goes right off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Alexis Dawn. Nice job by KP of blocking out Van Dyke inside. Dawn with the basketball, top of the key, leaves it there for Cobbins. Cobbins back to Dawn on the right side. Dawn at the elbow, she brings it to the top. In between the circles, Dawn finds Galt. Galt on the left elbow with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Finds Cobbins. Cobbins bounce past Pratt. Pratt with 7 seconds might have to shoot it. She drives, left, spin, off the glass, and good.
Wow, beautiful drop step spin move by KP, kissing it off the glass with the left hand. Pretty play.
Robert Dallimore just threw his hands up on the side, said that's been there all night. Let's try it some more. Johnson with it on the left side. Trojans up by 20, 40-20. They go inside to Van Dyke. She can't get it to go. Rebound, Taylor Galt. Galt with a crossover. She's into the front court. Crossover again. Drives down the lane. Scoop shot up. Can't get it to go. Man, that would have been something there if Taylor Galt could have gotten that to go. Nice pass by UT Arlington on the block to Wainwright from Green. They go inside to Zalaskata. She wants to go right. Her shot partially blocked by Shanity James out of bounds. It'll be UTA basketball.
Shanity James says, not on me. Gets a hand on that one and knocks it out of bounds.
40-20, Trojans with the lead, 18:29 to play in the game. Inbound pass comes to Van Dyke. They get it right back to Green. Green steps inside the three-point line, puts up a 16-foot jumper, can't get it to go. Rebound, Shanity James. James to Cobbins. Cobbins in between the circles now in the front court for the Trojans. Cobbins bounce pass to Dawn. Dawn with it, being guarded by Green. Finds Cobbins, bounce past Pratt. Pratt spins left, goes up with a shot, can't get it to go. And her shot was taken away by Toma Zalasqueta. Johnson with it for UTA. They go to Van Dyke. She wants to go right. She does. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound comes down Shanity James. Nice job of KP of just standing straight up against her.
Well, that's the tendency to put your hand down and try to block the shot, but she held her ground and went straight up and forced the missed shot.
Cobbins from the right side brings it to Dawn at the top of the key. Bounce past Shanity James on the left side. Skip past Galt. Galt just on the three-point line. Jumper no good. Rebound Shanity James. She goes back up. She was fouled. She'll be at the line with 2 shots. The foul on Zalasqueta. That's her first team foul of the second half against the Mavericks.
Well, that's something Shanity James does. It's very smart. As soon as the shot goes up, she makes a beeline to the weak side glass to crash the offense for the offensive rebound. Able to do so there and go up and get fouled for 2.
First free throw rims in and out, no good. And that is Shanity James' second miss at the free throw line today. She was 2 of 3 before that. Into the game for UTA is Talia Pope. Second free throw's up and good by Shan. She's got 15 points in the game now to lead all scores. Only player in double figures as well. Left side, Pope with the basketball. Goes quickly down to Holly. Holly also into the game. She gets it up and off the glass and good. First 2 points for UT Arlington here in the second half. It's a 19-point Trojan lead. Mavericks try to put some pressure on in the backcourt. Cobbins will break it. She gets it across the timeline. She's at the jump circle. Now between the circles. Comes to the right side to Galt. Galt in the lane. Pull-up jumper floater is good. Taylor Galt is just money with that shot.
Well, she's much more comfortable now that they've gone back to man-to-man defense, slashing to the rim and getting that mid-range jumper that nobody can defend.
Johnson goes inside to Zalasqueta, or Van Dyke, pardon me. She spins left, goes up with a hook. It's good. Inbound pass comes to Dawn. She's double-teamed in the backcourt. Pope with her. She dribbles behind her back and breaks the press. Dawn all the way down. Now she'll bring it back around. Keeps it on the baseline, though. Picks up her dribble. Dishes it to Galt. Galt with it. Saved Dawn on the pass, actually. Galt with the basketball. Top of the key. Left side it comes Cobbins. Cobbins in the lane. Jump stop. And they're going to call a charge on Cobbins. They're going to say Kenesha Cobbins lowered the shoulder, charged into her. That was the 5th team foul of the game for the Trojans. First in the second half, and that is Cobbins' first of the second half.
Well, LaShonda Green had the inside position, but Cobbins was out of control and threw her shoulder into her. You're not going to get that call.
And Joe Foley saying that one official had it as a charge, one had it as a block.
Well, he'd like to get the block, obviously, but
yes.
But it looked like Kenesha Cobbins was a little out of control and put that shoulder down, and you usually don't get the benefit of the doubt on that one.
16-15 to play. UT Arlington Mavericks with the basketball. Right side it goes to Williams. Up top to Pope. Back to Williams. They're looking inside to Van Dyke. Van Dyke catches it. Spins to the left. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound. It'll come down to Taylor Galt. Galt ahead to Cobbins. Cobbins with the basketball. Looking for Shan. Finds Dawn on the right side. Dawn wants to find James down low. Can't get it to her. Cobbins to Galt. Galt thought about a 3. Takes it down off the glass and good from the left side.
Wow. Taylor Galt elevates over the 6'5" shot blocker and gets it to go.
She went up against Van Dyke. You're right. Got the shot to go. Trojans up 45-24. 15:30 to play here in the game. Right side it goes to Pope. She goes on the right block to Holly. She spins right, now left. Might have traveled with the basketball. No call. Galt ahead to Alexis Dawn. Dawn 3-on-1. Bounce past Kiana Keys. Off the glass and good.
AD making the smart play. 2-on-1. Dips it down nice and easy for Kiana Keys to lay it in.
And then Dawn knocks it away on a drive by Williams. Turnover. It'll still be UT Arlington basketball. Trojans lead it 47-24. Back with more after this. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
high. Shake for a shake. I'm throwing these Emirates in the sky. Spinning this awesome llama. Make them piece the M-O-N-E-Y. I love my beaches, south beaches, surfboard and high tide. I can just roll up, cause I'm swole up. So that birthday cake get the Cobra. Bugatti for real, I'm Cobra. The autobiography rover. Got the key to my city, it's over. No thoughts, only in the color Cobras. I said records, wretches, hold up.
I said records, wretches, hold up.
I know who you came here to see. If you a freak, then you come on with me. And I know what you came here to do. Now bust it open, let me see you get loose. It's going down for real.
Welcome back inside the Jack Stevens Center. UALR Trojans with a 47-24 lead on UT Arlington. It'll be Texas Arlington basketball right side of their own basket. Inbound pass comes into Van Dyke, quickly back to Green. Up top to Pope. Pope wants to take it to the right side. She does. Gets it up top to Green now. Green on the left side wants to drive left baseline. Does. Whistle on a foul, and I think they're going to get Cobbins again. She couldn't get in front of Green as she drove to the glass. It'll be Cobbins' second, all here in the second half, and the second team foul as well.
Well, at that time, Green just trying to put her head down, get to the rim, and make a play. Fortunate to be bailed out and get to the line.
Free throw by Green is up, and it is good. Green now with 4 points in the game. Second free throw is up, and this one's also good. She's got 5. UT Arlington with the press. Trojans able to break it. Cobbins to James. James on the left block. She'll bring it back out to Galt. Galt up top to Cobbins. Cobbins at the top of the key. Finds Dawn on the right side. Back to Cobbins. Cobbins drives. Kicks it out to Dawn. She thought about a three. Back to Cobbins. Cobbins free throw line to Galt in the left corner. Pump fake. Drives in. Pull up. Dish. Cobbins in the lane. Dish down to James off the glass and good.
Breaking down the zone defense. Working the ball around the perimeter. Then getting it to the high post and finding a wide open Shanity James roaming the baseline. Easy layup. Great execution on offense.
Trojans up by 23. UT Arlington with the basketball into their front court. Up top it comes to Green. Green with the basketball between the circles. Right side it goes to Williams. Williams looking inside to Van Dyke. Kiana Keys is playing great defense on her. They go inside to her now. She's got it on the right block, kicks it out to Green. Green with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Needs to get a shot off. James cuts her off. Holly's going to take a jumper as the shot clock expires. Rebound comes down to Galt. Galt's going to drive. Dish it to Cobbins on the right side. Cobbins bounce pass to James on the right block. James wants to go inside, spins right, now left. Now right goes up. Shot is rejected. And that is the first block on Van Dyke in the game.
Shanity James just kind of giggles a little bit. She tried to go in on Rebecca Van Dyke and not realizing quite the length that the 6'5" shot blocker has.
James is 4 rebounds away from another double-double. That would be her third in a row. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Cobbins to Keys. Keys at the high post finds Galt on the left side, and they're going to call 3 seconds in the lane. Once she passed it to Galt, she didn't get out of the lane. If she would have gotten out of the lane, the official wouldn't have called it.
Right, she caught the ball. She thought she was at the high post, but had a foot in the lane and then passed the ball and stayed in the paint.
Just the second turnover on the Trojans today. Right corner, UT Arlington. Up top it comes. Now to Pope on the right block. And they're going to call a foul inside on Kiana Keys, I believe. That's her third team foul as she was guarding Van Dyke.
Well, and you're going to have to live with some of those fouls because you have to shove Rebecca Van Dyke away from the rim. If you let her pin you right underneath the rim, the damage is done before she even touches the ball.
They're trying to talk to Van Dyke about using her elbows, and that time she just used it to get Kiana Keys off of her. They go to Van Dyke on the right block, back up top to Pope. Looking for Van Dyke again. They get it to Holly. Holly back to Pope. Pope now up top to Williams. Williams to Pope, and Galt flashes, tried to steal it, knocked it out of bounds. 17 seconds on the shot clock for the Mavericks.
Well, Galt so good at playing those passing lanes, particularly denying one pass away. She was oh so close to being off to the races.
Mavericks put the ball in play. They get it into Williams. Williams with it at the right elbow, being guarded by Alexis Dawn. They try to flash Van Dyke to the right block. She's down there. They can't find her. Paul goes down there, and then James steps over and forces Van Dyke to miss the shot. Rebound comes down to James to Galt. Right side Cobbins. Skip past Alexis Dawn. Three-pointer on its way. No good off the front of the rim. This place would have erupted if she would have made that one.
And it would have doubled them up, made it 52-26.
Driving with the basketball is Green. Leak gives it to Williams on the right side to Holly. Holly at the top of the key to Pope on the left elbow. Pope wants to drive. She's at the free throw line. Dishes down to Holly in the lane. Holly spins left, now right, now spins again. She's in the lane forever. Put a shot up, couldn't get it to go. James blocked her shot, and then a jump ball. Possession UT Arlington with 28 seconds on the shot clock.
Shandy James not giving up on the play, getting the block shot, forcing the jump ball. It'll maintain UT Arlington's possession, but wow, what an effort by Shandy James.
Van Dyke's going to take a break. Zalaskaita's into the game along with someone else is back in. Johnson back in. The flash by Taylor Galt. She steals it. Taylor Galt's going to take it, lay it off the glass, and good.
She almost got one the possession before. This time she gets it and finishes with the easy lay-in.
Trojans up 51-26, 12-10 to play here in the game. Green with the basketball. Is going to leave it for Johnson. Johnson's going to try and drive on Dawn. Couldn't do it. They leave it for Pope. She's in the lane. Picks up her dribble now. Leaves it for Zalaskaita. Back to Pope. Pope with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wants to go down low. Can't do it. To find Zalaskaita. Now they go down low to Holly. James is going to be called for the foul. She thought she got a clean block. That is her second, fourth team foul. We've got a timeout on the floor. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
Timeout and the tricycle race. Meet the contestants. Russell will be on the blue bike, and Levi will be on the white bike, and they'll race around the cones and back to the finish line. Okay, guys, the timeout just lasts so long. Here we go. On your mark. Guys, get the cones out. Here we go. Get set. Go! Russell and Levi. Russell on the blue bike. Levi on the white bike. Levi has the lead as he crosses. Russell, look out. I'm over here. Now Russell's got control of the strike. Now Levi has surrounded the cone. Russell still trying to figure out how to ride the tricycle. And Levi, I think, is going to be the winner. Russell, somebody call a record. Call 911. Russell needs help to get to the finish line. Levi is our winner, and he gets a Newt's Restaurant gift certificate. All right. Levi, don't send him back this way. Oh, no, here he comes again. Oh, no. For his own safety and mine. All right, guys, thank you, and thanks to Newt's. Thanks for giving it a try, guys. Thank you.
Welcome back inside the Jack Stevens Center. Trojans on top 51-26 over University of Texas at Arlington. Ron Jumper, Trey Schapp with you. It'll be UT Arlington at the free throw line when we come back here in the second half. Trojans shooting 54.5% from the floor. UTA 15.4%. They are 2 of 13 in the second half.
I've just not been able to get a clean look. Everything has been a contested jump hook inside where UALR, Shandy James, and Kiana Keys in particular have made it tough to navigate.
Morgan Holly, a 6-foot junior, at the free throw line. First one's up, no good. A 50% free throw shooter. She's from Garland, Texas. Went to Nyman Forest High School. Second free throw. She bends the knees, shoots, and this one's no good. Nice rebound by Kiana Keys on the block out. Keys leaves it for Cobbins. Cobbins across the timeline. She's in between the circles. Goes right side to Shandy James. James at the elbow. Comes up top to Cobbins. Cobbins with the basketball to Galt. Galt three-pointer on its way. Good!
You can tell she was feeling good on that one. Could have drove to the rim, but went ahead and let it fly from three.
And then she knocked the ball out of bounds as UT Arlington was trying to get a fast break. It went right into the hands of Kevin Crass, and he couldn't hold on to it. Actually used his knee to block it away from him. UT Arlington with the basketball. Trojans up 54-26. Pope at the free throw line. Her jumper's no good. Rebound tipped by Taylor Galt. It's going to be out of bounds. It'll be – actually, they're going to say it hit the ground right there. It'll be Trojan basketball.
We'll take it.
Okay. That's a blatant miscall right there by the officials. I'm going to call it how I see it. Pope strips Cobbins. Pope with the basketball. And Alexis Dawn, speedy Alexis Dawn knocks it away from Pope. She thought she had an easy layup, but Alexis Dawn got to have at least 4 or 5 speed. Got down there and knocked it away from her.
Well, that's what you love to see. You're up 54-26, and one of your star players doesn't give up on a play and still hustles down and tracks her down from behind and knocks the ball out of bounds. That's a great play, great example by Alexis Dawn.
Speedy Gonzalez or Mighty Mouse, whatever you want to call her. She is so fast. And now a foul away from the basketball. It's going to go on to Leah Pope. Maybe she's a little frustrated by not having the easy layup. She charged over Taylor Galt. That's the second team foul, and that's Pope's second. Dawn with the crossover into the front court. She's going to drive it. Bounce pass to Cobbins. Cobbins between the circles at the top of the key. Cobbins wants to drive. Cobbins now is going to leave it for Galt. Galt on the right side. She brings it up to the top, being guarded by Johnson. Cobbins with it now on the feed from Galt. Cobbins to Keys. Keys, her pull-up 8-footers, no good. Rebound comes down to Van Dyke. She clears it to Johnson. Johnson into the front court for the Mavericks. Leaves it now for Green. Green right side to Johnson. Johnson with it on the right side. Goes inside to Valasqueta. And they're going to call a foul, and Johnson just fell to the floor. The foul's on Alexis Dawn, her second, 15 foul. And it'll be Maverick basketball on the right side of their own basket. Pass comes in to Van Dyke, to Pope, to Green, to Van Dyke, back to Pope, top of the key now. Go inside Valasqueta. She spins to the left. Her shot rims around, does not go in. Alexis Dawn kept it alive into the hands of Cobbins. Valasqueta couldn't get it to go. It just rimmed all the way around and dropped out. Cobbins with it in the front court, top of the key. Right side, Alexis Dawn, and an illegal screen called on Kiana Keys. Her second, sixth team foul.
Tough break. Alexis Dawn was wide open and about to let a three fly.
She was ready to let it go, wasn't she? Dawn on the afternoon from behind the three-point line, 1 of 4. She has 5 points to go with 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Kiera Clark up and off the bench. She replaces Kanisha Cobbins for the Trojans. Williams back into the game for UT Arlington. She's got the ball. Left side it goes to Wainwright. Up top to Zalasqueta. Back to Wainwright. Now to Zalasqueta. Wainwright on the left side goes to Van Dyke. Van Dyke puts it up. Can't get it to go. But Clark fouls on the rebound. That'll be her first, 7th team foul. And Van Dyke will be at the free throw line with a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Well, when you got Van Dyke in that deep, you might as well just hammer her and make her earn it at the free throw line.
Because when she's that close to the basket, she's probably going to make it at least 75% of the time.
Well, it's a good foul to not let her get an and-1 opportunity and make her earn it.
First free throw is up, and it's no good. Make her earn it at the free throw line, you're right. Shanity James with the rebound, gets it to Dawn. Little bit of 1-2, 1-1 pressure from UT Arlington. Trojans beat it. Dawn to Galt. Back to Dawn now. Trojans have it. Might run a little bit of clock. Dawn walks to the top of the key, leaves it for Galt. Back to Dawn. Dawn to James. James back to Galt. Galt's going to take another three-pointer. This one no good. Rebound. Clark puts it up and in. No one blocked out Kiera Clark on the weak side, and she put it up and off the glass.
It's where the ball is most likely to come off a missed shot. Kiera Clark was there. Easy layup.
Trojans up by 30. 56-26, 8:57 to play in the game. Johnson with it on the right side.
If only we didn't say that every game.
Exactly. Inside to Van Dyke. Van Dyke pulls back her jumper off the glass and good. And a quick timeout called by Krista Gerlich with 8:48 to play. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
UTA and the media floater, and here comes the dance team.
Welcome back inside the Jack Stevens Center. Remember, when your car was new, get that feeling again by going to Splash Car Wash, conveniently located at 9500 Rodney Parham Road in Little Rock and on JFK in North Little Rock. Trojans with a 56-28 lead. Ron Jumper, Trey Schapp, and Ron, everything's going right for the Trojans again.
Well, you know what? You run out of ways to say that they are just absolutely on fire. And we see them do it different ways. You know, this was definitely not their traditional blueprint. You know, we've seen different people coming to life today. It hasn't been, you know, Taylor Galt's got going here in the second half, but she was very quiet in the first. It's been a different route, but same result.
A little bit of pressure in the backcourt from UT Arlington. Trojans break it. Dawn brings it across the timeline. 8:35 to play in the game. Clark on the right side wants to drive right baseline. Dishes back up top to James. James has it, gets it to Galt. Galt at the top of the key, drives down the lane, pull-up jumper, floats in the air. Got it! Oh, no, she didn't get it to go. I thought it was going to go through, but it hit off the rim and came left. She hung in the air. She'll be at the line with 2 shots.
Well, she almost got it.
The way that
but
shot
it was exciting
going
play
down.
on the left. I mean, I think you should shout again, man. I think you should.
No, I'm not
Let it
going
out.
to.
Let that emotion out, man.
I will when she makes this free throw. No, I won't. Free throw by Taylor Galt is up, and it's good. Taylor Galt today at the free throw line, a perfect 3 of 3. She's got 12 points now, and it's a very quiet 12 points, Ron, because she had 0 points until late in the first half, when she shot 2 technical fouls.
Well, it took her a while to figure out how to attack this defense. That triangle and 2 really threw her off in the first half, but here in the second half, she's really settled in and played well.
Second free throw is also up and good, and Taylor Galt is going to take a break. Kanisha Cobbins comes in for her, and Galt's going to leave the game with 13. Shannon T. James 2 rebounds away from another double-double. And she's on the bench as well right now as KP is back in. UT Arlington with the ball in the front court. Rain White goes down to Van Dyke. She spins to the left, can't get the shot to go. Cobbins with the rebound. Cobbins gets it ahead to Dawn for Kanisha. That is her 5th rebound. Dawn into the front court. Up top to Cobbins. Cobbins with a basketball, left side Clark. Clark drives left baseline, bounce past Dawn on the right side. Thought about a 3, brings it up to the top. Now to Clark, top of the key. Free throw line, pardon me. Her jumper no good. Keys with the rebound, puts it back up, can't get it to go, but they're going to call a foul. That might be the 3rd on Van Dyke. Let's see. Yes, it is. That is Rebecca's 3rd team foul. We've got a timeout on the floor. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
All right, fans, get ready to cheer now for a Cubot T-shirt. Stand up and cheer. Here come the T-shirts.
Welcome back inside the Jack Stevens Center. Trojans up by 30, 58-28, 7:49 to play. Kiana Keys will be at the free throw line to try and extend the Trojan lead. Arkansas's most comprehensive sports news is found 7 days a week only in the Arkansas Democrat Gazette.
Well, and this is where we get into that, territory where they're beating everybody in the Sun Belt by an average of 26. We're at 30, so, it's all about keeping that margin of victory trending in the right direction.
Kiana Keys' free throw is up and good. Kiana Keys, a 48% free throw shooter. She struggled from the line a little bit here of late, but today, so far, so good for Kiana Keys. She is a perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and Kiana Keys now with 12 points on the afternoon.
Well, Kiana Keys early in the first half was what helped spark this offense and help them get going.
Kiana Keys make it 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Van Dyke gets a rebound, puts it back up and in for UT Arlington.
Van Dyke very good at using her body, using that strength, and battling for position inside a tough cover.
Cobbins a little hedge and leaves it for Dawn now. Dawn, right side Clark. She tried to rip it through. She brings it around to Cobbins at the top. Right side Dawn. Dawn with the basketball, drives right baseline. She's going to kick it out to Clark. Clark is going to take it to the top of the key now. Clark with 8 seconds on the shot clock to Alexis Dawn. 3-pointers on its way. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Zalaskata.
Dawn not quite able to get her feet set on that one, a little bit short.
Wainwright with it on the left side. They go down to Van Dyke on the left block. She puts a shot up, no good. Clark with the rebound. Clark with the rebound. She wants to push it. She gets it into the front court and leaves it for Kenesha Cobbins. Cobbins to Dawn on the right side. Dawn wants to drive. She does. Now she keeps her dribble alive. Bounce pass to Keys to Clark. Clark at the top of the key. Nice pick by Pratt. She has it now. And
what?
How is that an offensive foul?
Oh, wow. That's brutal.
Cobbins got hit in the nose, and they're going to call her with the foul.
Wow. That's tough. It looks clearly to me that Sean Williams turned and put an elbow straight into the face of Kenesha Cobbins. I'm not sure how you could come to that conclusion.
Wait a second. No, they're calling it on Texas Arlington.
Okay.
Sean Williams.
Ooh.
That is the 4th team foul. I thought he called it offensive there for a second.
He did. He made the charge sign.
Yeah. Wow. Cobbins has to go out of the game. She might be bleeding. Taylor Galt back up off the bench. Shannon James also into the game for Kiana Keys. Clark has it on the right side. Her pull-up 8-footer's good.
So smooth, using the screen, shot fake, hard bounce, pull-up jumper, nothing but net. Beautiful.
62-30, Trojans with the lead. 6:13 to play in the game. Arlington with it on the left side. They go to Pope at the high post. Down to Zalaskata. She wants to come right. She does to Johnson. Johnson wants to drive right. Baseline does. Round reverse layup is up and good.
Hey, that's a beautiful reverse layup. Nice move.
Clark had the ball knocked out of bounds by Pope. Now Alexis Dawn won't be able to run the baseline on the inbounds pass.
Lady Mavericks picking up in full court man-to-man.
Dawn to inbound, gets it into Galt. Galt turns and gets it into the front court to Pratt. Pratt takes it to the middle of the floor, back to Taylor Galt. Galt's going to walk it to the top of the key, in between the circles. Galt finds Clark, back to Galt. Pump fake, Galt with the ball, dribbles behind her back, free throw line at the top of the key, skip pass to the left side to Clark. She rips in, her jumper, no good. Rebound, Pratt. Pratt has the rebound, got it to Kiara Clark in the lane, but she lost it. It'll be a Trojan turnover. Green with the basketball on the left side, comes up top to Johnson, quickly to Van Dyke to Green. Green's long 3-pointer from the left side is good. And a quick timeout called by Krista Gerlich. And it's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Arrow Coach Line's the safest bus going. It's the official bus line of your UALR Trojans.
Well, that's the best pass that we've seen Rebecca Van Dyke make tonight. She really hasn't done a great job of handling the double teams and passing out of it. That's her first assist of the ball game. And it was a quick touch pass to a wide open shooter in the corner. Starting to see the true freshman going through that maturation process as she learns the game at the college level.
Karoni Bruce into the game for UT Arlington, 5'9" senior out of Mesquite, Texas. 50% free three-point shooter. Maybe that's why she's in the game. They're going to try and shoot a bunch of threes and get back into it.
Well, this is where, if you're UT Arlington, I think it's not possible to come back, but you want to take something positive away from this last 5 minutes and at least show that you were able to make progress and compete down the stretch against this Trojan club.
Monique Townsend also into the game for the Trojans. She replaces Alexis Dawn. Mo gets it into Clark. Clark will break the press. Clark's going to drive, dishes it to James. James fouled by Pope. That's her fifth team foul on UT Arlington. Not sure that's what UT Arlington had drawn up. Shanity James, checking her face, might have gotten a fingernail to the side of the face. And Clark will inbound the basketball right in front of the Trojan bench. Gets it into Monique Townsend. Townsend runs it down. She's got it into between the circles. Townsend waiting for someone to come open. Finds Clark on the right side. Clark now brings it to the top of the key. Kiera with it to Mo on the right side. Townsend looking inside. Gets it to Galt. Galt on the top of the key to Clark. Clark right side of the lane to Townsend. Townsend bounce pass to Caitlin Pratt. Her shot rejected. Van Dyke runs down the rebound. Ahead to Green. Green into the front court for UT Arlington. Crossover on Galt. Drives down the lane. Lost it. Shanity James has it. Ball knocked away to Monique Townsend. Someone got a hand in when Green tried to drive to the hoop. Taylor Galt rips through, and now a foul away from the ball. Who are they going to get? It's either Zalaskata. No, they're going to call it on Kiera Clark.
Foul was charged to Kiera Clark of the Trojans, her second.
What did she do?
It really would have had to have just been an illegal screen. Shanity James and Kiera Clark were trying to play a two-man game on the weak side. And
it's her second 18th foul. Shanity James went all the way to the floor. I didn't see it. Left side, Pope with the basketball for the Mavericks. Wants to drive around to the top. She's at the top of the key. Now right side it goes to Bruce. Bruce wants to go inside to Van Dyke. Van Dyke spins to the left. Shot no good. Kiera Clark with a rebound. Clark ahead to Galt. Galt across the timeline. Galt down the lane. And a foul as Galt was going to drive. And LaShonda Green picks up her sixth team foul. And we've got a timeout on the floor. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
Team foul. And here comes the dance team with immediate timeout.
Welcome back inside the Jack Stevens Center. 3:56 to play in the game. Trojans up 62-35. Taylor Galt will be at the free throw line with a 1-and-1 opportunity. Kaufman Lumber Company. Kaufman Lumber is building business on service over 60 years in the industry. That's Kaufman Lumber Company at 5100 Asher Avenue. First free throw is up and good. No, it's not. It bounces off the side of the rim.
Looked like it was going to get that nice soft roll, but
and a travel there by Bruce and no whistle, and everybody in the building knew it too. She drug her foot like she was going to the parking lot or something. Bruce with it on the left side, goes inside, spin, jumper by Ford is up and good. Artavia Ford with 2 points.
Able to hang in there, absorb the contact, and kiss it nice off the glass. Great play by Ford.
Pratt into the front court, has the basketball, gets it to Clark. Kiera now to Monique Townsend. Townsend with the basketball, 3:15 to play. Trojans lead at 62-37 to Pratt at the top of the key. Pratt to Clark on the right side. Sharday Collins, Kiana Key's going to check in at the next dead ball. James with it. Back to Monique Townsend along with Lexus Williams to Clark. Clark in the lane and didn't have a passer to pass it to, and it's a Trojan unforced turnover.
Clark thought James was going to roll to the rim. She did not. No one home.
UT Arlington works it around the top. Bruce wants to drive from the left side. She's cut off by Monique Townsend. Wants to go inside to Holly, and Holly, the pass is just thrown away. How is that ball Arlington basketball?
I guess they're going to...
Who touched it? No one touched it.
Say Mo Townsend got a finger on it.
Mo Townsend didn't get anything on it. She just blew the call, and now they get it right. My goodness.
Well, what's crazy about that is that occurred on the left side of the floor, standing within 5 feet of the official who called it. It took the official on the clear other side of half court
to say that wasn't touched by anybody. I mean, you're right, though. She's 4 feet from the plate,
she's right
and
there.
She can't see it. Monique Townsend, Sharday Collins, Kiera Clark, Kiana Keys, and Lexus Williams in for the Trojans. Townsend gets it into Keys. Back to Mo. Mo's going to bring it across the timeline. UT Arlington with substitutes all in except for Green, who started the game. Mo has the ball, 19 seconds on the shot clock. Out on the right side now. Up top to Lex. Top of the key, right side Sharday. Back to Mo. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Monique Townsend needs to do something with it. Right side Sharday Collins. Sharday pump fake, drives, pull up jumper, no good. Rebound comes down to Pope. Pope will push it. She's got it into the front court. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to play in the game. To Holly. Holly's going to leave it for Bruce. And a foul inside. I think they're going to get Kiana Keys.
Kenesha Cobbins.
No, they're going to get Kenesha Cobbins. Kenesha Cobbins isn't even in the game. That had to have been on Kiana Keys. It's her third, 9th team foul. Cobbins isn't even in the game. Kiana with 12 points in the game, though. 5 rebounds. Free throws up, no good. Rebound tipped. They're going to say it's UT Arlington basketball. Shannon T. James is going to fall about exactly 2 rebounds short of another double-double.
Had an incredible first half, though. That's what helped them blow this game open.
Arlington gets the ball in play to Pope. Pope wants to drive left baseline, goes in amongst the trees, and a late whistle and a foul.
You know, normally at this point in the game, we see the officials start to swallow their whistle a little bit, but that has not been the case this last minute and a half.
That one's on Sharday Collins, and the Trojans, who only fouled 4 times in the first half, have fouled 10 times here. And now a whistle. And the ball was at the free throw shooter's disposal, and now a whistle, and they take it away from her. And because it was the 10th team foul, they're going to shoot 2, which they should have known. First shot is up, and it's no good. Trojan basketball sponsored by Pepsi. It's the choice of the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. Second free throw is up, and this one's good. 62-38. Clark gets it into Kiana Keys. Keys across the timeline to Clark, now to Townsend. Townsend between the circles, comes to her left. Wants to find a teammate, finds Lex Williams at the high post. Williams dribbles out of traffic, leaves it for Sharday Collins. Collins to Monique Townsend. Townsend, top of the key to Sharday on the right side. 5 seconds on the shot clock to Lex Williams on the right block. Lex wants to go in, puts up a shot. She was fouled. She'll be at the line with 2 shots. The foul's going to go on Ford, I believe. Artavia Ford. Her second, 8th team foul here in the second half.
And Alexis Williams fortunate to be bailed out on that play. Ford probably could have just played straight up. Alexis Williams was kind of behind the backboard, not likely to get a clean look up, but she'll go to the line for 2.
Lex Williams at the free throw line where she is an 83% free throw shooter. UT Arlington with some subs. Maggie Lockwood into the game, along with Brittany Trias. Alexis Williams, second free throws up, and it's good. Diamond Jackson also into the game for the Trojans. Trojans lead it
They now lead it by 26, which is their magic number.
It is. Let's see if they can keep it there. Up top, Holly with the basketball. Right side it goes to Lockwood. Up top now to Ford. Ford with the basketball. Being closely guarded. Gets it on the left block to Tria. She goes in the lane. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound comes down into the hands of Monique Townsend. Smallest player on the court right now. Got the rebound. 5'6" freshman with a minute to play. Brings it into the front court for the Trojans. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Diamond Jackson. Jackson at the top. Finds Monique Townsend. Pump fake, drives. Now dishes to Kiana Keys. To Jackson at the top. Jackson drives down the lane. Kicks it out to Mo. Mo needs to shoot. Turnarounds at the jumper, top of the key, and drains it. Monique Townsend with the shot clock winding down. Turns around and drains it from the top of the key, and the Trojans are up 66-38.
She meant to do that. It was a spin move, step back jumper at the buzzer.
UT Arlington goes down low. Lexus Williams blocks the shot. The ball is kicked. Sharday Collins, can she run it down into the front court? Yes, she does. Collins has it. Joe Foley says, bring it out. Bring it out. Diamond Jackson has it there. Trojans can hold it. 13 seconds to play in the game. Jackson with the basketball. Top of the key, right side, Sharday Collins. Sharday wants to drive. Dish out to Lex Williams. Trojans up by 28. Will they score? No, they won't. This one's over, 66-38. You can wrap it in maroon and silver. The Trojans are now 9-0 in Sun Belt Conference play, and they continue their hottest streak ever. 16-2 overall. Joe Foley winning his 687th game, his 231st victory here at UALR. UT Arlington drops to 3-6, and they are now 9-9 overall. 3-6 in Sun Belt Conference play. Ron Jumper, Trey Schapp will be back with the Big Red Stores postgame show. Trojans win it 66-38. Back with more after this. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on the Sports Animal 920.
Let's bring them out, fans. Here they come, your UALR Trojans.